Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I'm Jason, your host. Now, I haven't done a video commenting on politics for a while, but let's start with a simple message. Trump and Musk, you are both fucking numpties. You are the morons of the world at the moment. You are idiots of the highest caliber. Seriously? Make America great again. If you meant by that, make it a laughing stock of the entire fucking political community and make everybody else in the world grab a bag of fucking popcorn and go and start eating and staring at you going, what the fuck are they going to do next? Yeah, you've done that. But the problem is this, and all those supporters of Trump are going to find out in the coming months a very harsh reality. America is not the centre of the universe. I'm sorry. I know this is a shock to you, but America is not the centre of the universe. And you know what happens to bullies who try to use a tariff war against the rest of the world? The rest of the world will start to exclude you. You threaten to put 200% tariffs on places like Europe, and you threaten Canada, you threaten Mexico, you threaten everybody with all these tariffs, and you know what's going to happen? They're going to exclude you and start trading between each other. America's going to come off so much worse. No country in the modern climate creates all of its goods. It's not really possible to become that insular unless you're in a forced situation, and it's painful. But you're doing a bang-up job of creating a situation where you're pissing off every one of your allies in the world. You've made threats about your military thingy and all that bullshit. Well, you can only use that threat once until all the other places, Europe and everybody else, start saying, okay, so we can't depend on an ally like that. We're going to have to just build up our own forces. You weaken yourself. You remove some of your leverage. And Trumpykins. You should fucking well know you're doing something wrong when the only person to congratulate you on the debacle with Zelensky was Putin. When Putin compliments you, that's usually a bad sign. It is. It isn't good. And to the people in America who think, oh yes, we're doing all this, we're going to be great, we're going to be, well, check your fucking stock market. Check how unstable things are. Check how bad things, no matter how much Mr. Trumpykins says and lies about things, and no matter how much Muskie gets leveraged, I mean, the cringe event of turning the amazing, wonderful democracy and the iconic White House into a fucking sales room for Tesla. Do you realize how much of the world is basically just looking and going, what? What will he do next? How much damage will he do before they kick him out or get rid of him in another way? It's crazy. Putting an unelected official like Musk in charge of making the federal thing more efficient. Yeah, he might have some good ideas, but he's an unelected. He's a fucking egocentric billionaire. And all those Americans who voted him in are going to find out in the coming months that America is not an island, and that all these tariffs and that work two ways and piss off everybody else who buys your goods. Tell me exactly the plan of why, when you're shitting on the entire world, why any of them will buy your goods. Do any of you have any fucking idea how much of American goods are exported to the rest of the world? How much of your bills are paid and subsidized by external places? Jobs are gonna be lost. You're going to end up paying massively amount more for your goods. The ego of these decisions, the pure stupidity, you've got the wrong president whenever he speaks in other countries, whenever he speaks and we see his White House briefing and his Congress blah blah blah, we have a little set of text next to it to fact check everything he's saying and say, no, this isn't real, this isn't real, this isn't real. This isn't bullshit, this is just fact checkers checking. And America has never had a president that the rest of the world has to fact check every time he fucking opens his mouth. And you've lot voted him in. I could go on for hours on this. I could. But I'm going to go downstairs and spend some time with my dogs. And I'm going to turn on the news and I'm going to watch. We in the UK, we have a part of Sky News where basically they discuss what he's done each day. And each day it's like, okay, is this guy the personification of Florida man? I mean, literally, I think most of his presidential decrees and most of his speeches should start with, hold my beer. I don't know. All I know is that America is damaging its reputation with everyone. And allowing someone like Musk to cut away stuff, yeah, you're going to save some money there. You're going to save some money. But your reputation is going to be going through the floor. All this bullshit about USAID being used to fund terrorists and all this kind of bullshit. Do you know what the funding for USAID is used for mostly? Charities. There's a charity in Ukraine. And what they do is basically, when there's been shelling and destruction, they go round and they put windows back in buildings so that old people can go and sleep in them safely. They repair roofs because of the winter cold and all these kind of things, and they do this wonderful thing. And a sizable amount of their budget was now you say, oh, why should we help with that? Common fucking human decency. Helping those in trouble. And now they've basically said that what was one chase ally in America that they could always depend on is now turned into something undependable. And that's what the whole world is seeing now. That from this moment on, we can't rely on America. And America may say, oh yeah, this is going to be brilliant for us. Not so much when you realise that no place is a thing, and you find out that you, when you need our help, the world, you're not no one can deal with the shit that's going on in the world alone. So yeah, I expect this video to get some hate, but I don't give a shit. Bye bye for now.